Lazarus episode 13 has now aired, and with that, the whole entire season, all of Lazarus is now done and dusted. So let's talk about it.
Anime legend Shinichiro Watanabe. Lazarus premieres April 5th at midnight in Toonami.
So Lazarus is now finished. All 13 episodes are now available for you guys to go and watch right now, as the season finale just aired. And Lazarus has been a very interesting series for me. The start was a bit iffy, and then the middle section, it really picked up. And then we get into the finale here. And look, I feel like this might have been a missed opportunity more so than anything else when it comes to Lazarus. Interesting premise, cool ideas and concepts, but I just feel like the execution quite wasn't there to deliver what it potentially could have been. So for me, this does feel like a missed opportunity and an underwhelming finale, especially because the finale did feel rushed. Like, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Episode 13 felt very rushed. I still have questions that haven't been answered. Like, okay, what was the deal with Axel and the experiments? Like, what was that all about? Like, that doesn't get resolved at all. There's a thing about they were all at the airport when that thing happened with Skinner. They all survived, but everyone else died. Like, okay, so why? Why did that happen? Why did they survive? Why is this? And like, it's just little things like that that make you go, why did all this happen? But it's never resolved. And look, I'll be honest, them surviving without a reason is just kind of, come on. That's an arse pull. That's just an arse pull. That's just, I need something to connect everyone to this moment. And I was kind of like, that's a bit, why? Why are we doing this? So that was all there. But as for the finale, I also found the final confrontation with Ghost and Axel to be very underwhelming. The last week, the episode 10 was fantastic with that fight. I really, really enjoyed that fight. So I'm thinking, okay, here we go. We're going to get a big climactic thing. And this guy is going to have, Ghost is going to have something that's tied him to Axel or tied him to Skinner or something that has tied him to everything here. No, he's not tied into anything. He's just tied into this one program where they just breed assassins based on this mythology thing, and they turn them into monsters and they forget their humanity. He had no tie-in, no nothing or anything like that, and it was just that fight with him and Axel just felt like it had no narrative. It felt like all the narrative was just completely ripped out. I would have liked if there was some sort of connection there that would have just had them going at it. Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like a better faction, like, better thing would have been having him be another friggin' part of another faction or a different country in that, where he's also looking for Skinner and they're clashing over that, and then they have the big fight and he's like, make sure you find Skinner. Like, just something like that would have just added a little bit more to it, where I just never felt like anything like that. And mind you, Axel has just been near death, by the way, near death, and man's gone toe to toe with this guy again. And I'm just sitting there like, it's like things like that just did not work for me in this finale. Now, obviously, they find Skinner at the end, and it does feel underwhelming. Like, the whole entire time, like, bro, I'm sorry, they made Doug look like the dumbest person out there. My man, Doug, oh gosh, how can you do that to a character? Bro actually was talking to Skinner very early on. He was in the homeless place the whole entire time where they went. Doug spoke to him. Bro, did anyone just not give Doug a picture of what Skinner looks like? Because man was just sitting there talking to him and had no idea, like, what we doing? And I just felt like, Joe, they made Doug, not only did Doug make the dumbest thing when he did the whole, I'm going to save you, Elena, you go. Like, his whole idea is dumb. It made no sense. And then this moment, like, what are we doing? Why are we doing that? So I felt like that whole moment where they find Skinner and, we find out why Skinner chose to do this is because of that moment in the airport. And like, I get it, but I just feel like Skinner doesn't really have much character to him once you meet him. Like, there was not really much depth to him. I was hoping for maybe a little bit more complexity to the character where we could actually dive into layers of him. But no, they don't. And I just kind of felt like everything just happened so quick in the finale. There's no time to breathe, no time to answer anything like that. You could have easily put on another episode at the end where you could have really dived into things. They obviously leave it open-ended for maybe a season 2 of Lazarus because of how it ended, how they're like, oh, look, you guys have done all this. How about you guys stay and work for us and, work for Lazarus? And they were like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. So there is that. But there's just so many questions that I still have about this storyline that I don't feel like have been pieced together. Like, what happened to Old Mate? Like, obviously, he was creating those biowebs. That we never saw him going to jail or anything like that. We never saw anything to do with him after he was arrested. Because he seemed very confident where he's like, but that's if your guy's still alive. And I'm pretty sure that's the person Axel was going to go save, and he's dead. So, what's happening? Like, this is what I mean. It's just rushed constantly in the finale, and it's like they had to wrap it up here. It's like, we only have 13. We have to wrap it up. And I feel like they could have taken things out earlier on, removed them, and actually made it flow a lot better. And it's a shame because I wanted to really, really love Lazarus. And there are episodes that I really, really like. And there's moments in Lazarus where I'm like, yes, this is brilliant. This is what I came to see. And, I just feel like I'm a bit disappointed. I really am disappointed by Lazarus. That's the only way to talk about it. It's just missed opportunity after missed opportunity. It's frustrating because you can see it. You can see the potential. You can see the heights of the heights that this show can go. And it just did not get anywhere near that. And, they had a lot of subplots going on. And it really felt like they neglected the main plot to do all these other subplots that really didn't need to be there. I mean, I love the stuff Ghost and Axel. I think could have been so interesting. But like I said, it just felt like he was just shoehorned in now because there's no real connection to him. He's just part of this other thing where if he was actually working for another government trying to do this and trying to sabotage or something like that, I feel like, yes, that could tie in. But it was just that one guy who hired him, who was like, oh yeah, I'm going to hire this guy to do this and stuff like that. And it was just kind of like, it just felt like you needed something to test Axel in that way. And I was just kind of like, could have done it a little bit better. But overall, for me, Lazarus is probably about a 7 out of 10. I think it's decent. It's got things that I love, but things I don't like. And yeah, things I'm mixed on. But overall, it's okay. It's not the best thing. It's not the worst thing. It's still pretty decent. But I want to know what you guys think. Because I think some of you guys are going to absolutely love the series. And that is freaking awesome. And I'm happy for you guys. But I know some of you aren't going to like it. But I want to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Smash that like button for me. And click subscribe as well. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.